There you go. We're recording.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's Carleen Lamay with C2 Accounting and Business Support, where we help small business owners take control of their business finances. So I just wanted to thank Wendy for allowing me to speak to you ladies today. It's always fun to talk about finances and help other small business owners kind of just take control of that area of their business that kind of gets put to the back burner. So today I'm going to share my screen, and I just need someone to say, yes, I can see it once you have
Hold on a second. I don't know if I did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I did.
Okay, so do we see it?
See it.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So this title is how is your financial housekeeping? It's kind of one of those things that we just have to do as part of life, right? Presented by, let's see if it's going to work today. There we go. Presented by C2 Accounting. That's me. And when I tell people that we're a management accounting firm, I kind of get the deer in the headlights kind of thing, like what exactly is that? Because usually when you think of an accountant, you think of taxes. So I like to say that tax accountants kind of help you with that one day of the year, and we help you with all the rest of the days of the year. So everything you need to actually keep your business running. Accounts payable, accounts receivable, is expense management, payroll, sales and use taxes, all the stuff that you have to do on an ongoing basis. That's what we focus on. And then we partner with CPA firms, enrolled agents, tax experts to help our clients actually take care of their taxes. So Linda actually mentioned the fact that we're less than 100 days away from the end of the year. So I can't believe this year is almost over. But even though we have 100 days left in 2020, we actually only have 65 business days left. When you take out, let's see, 14 Saturdays, 14 Sundays, and 6 holidays, there's not a lot of time left in this year. So what can you do now to make sure that you're in a good place at the end of the year, so that come January, you're not stressing out about, oh my God, what do I need to do to get my stuff ready for the tax person? It's never too late to reset, as long as you have someone to help you. So if you have an accounting system, so let me back up for 1 second here. I skipped something here. I wanted to say that I'm giving you 5 simple tips to kind of help think about what you can do to keep your financial housekeeping in place. So let's make sure I said that. So tip number 1 is going to be to clean up your books. And so your books are those things that, you know, your revenue, your expenses, credit cards, and loans. It's funny because I had a training session yesterday with a client that started her business in the middle of COVID, and she did the right thing. She made her LLC, she got QuickBooks, and then she linked to a bank account, and then she stopped. She didn't know what else to do. So we had a training session yesterday to kind of start getting things going. And one of the first questions I asked was, do you have any other accounts, any other accounts that we need to connect to QuickBooks? And her answer was no. So about 30 minutes into our conversation, she mentioned a business credit card. And I was like, wait a second, do you have a business credit card? We need to add that to QuickBooks. So a lot of people forget that when you have a business, every business account that you have is part of your financial what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here. Your overall picture for your financial well-being. So make sure that you have every single way that you're receiving money, every way you're spending money, and anyone that you owe money is all captured into one place. You can have a full picture of how your business is doing. So we know that the next 3 months of the year are going to be the busiest of the year. This year has been crazy. It's gone by so fast. But now with the holidays coming, it's just going to go even faster. So my advice to you is to make sure that you sit down right now with your calendar and schedule a bookkeeping appointment with yourself at least once every 2 weeks. I prefer once a week. So make sure that between now and the end of the year, you're taking time out of your day to handle your business finances. And if you do that little tip, you'll be better off than a lot of business owners who kind of push it to the back burner. So again, make sure you put it on your calendar now. Just do it down to the end of the year and you'll be in a better position. And if you don't have an accounting system in place right now, you can start it at the end of the year, but you're going to end up having to put in a whole year's worth of information. So if you have something that you've been kind of hobbling your way through so far this year, then start thinking about come January 1 what you want to do. Like if you don't think you're ready to put a system in place today because it's September, almost October, what systems can you look at so that January 1, it's 2021, you're ready to go and you have a system in place and you actually know how to use it. So don't wait until January to get it, because if you get it in January, you've already started getting busy again, and then you're going to find yourself behind the 8 ball. But if you start maybe getting in December and get a training session with someone to help you put the systems in place, I think you'll be really in a good place come January. So tip number 2 is going to be automate, automate, automate. Anyone who knows me knows I love automation because it's just technology, it just makes life much easier. So if you're using something like a QuickBooks or a Xero, you can use rules to kind of automatically categorize your recurring transactions. So a lot of us tend to go to the same stores, we use the same vendors, have the same types of transactions over and over and over again. So why not put something in place so you can actually automate that and make it a lot easier? So I will say I cannot see the chat because of the way I have my screen set up. So if someone does have something that's really urgent, just unmute yourself. I will have a question and answer at the end, but I just to let you know I'm not looking at the chat right now. If you have so recurring transactions, recurring invoices, how many times do you have to send the same invoice to a client every single month? Set it up so that it doesn't automatically just take one less thing off of your back. Also connect your payment processor. A lot of people use PayPal, Business, or Stripe, or Square to manage their payroll, their payment processing, but they don't have it connected to their accounting system. So it's another step that they have to do. So take the minute to figure out how can I get this information, this system to talk to that system and make my life that much easier. Oh, and my other quick step for automation is Zapier. So write this down, Zapier.com. If you've never heard of Zapier, it is going to change your life. It is a way for you to get systems that were not meant to talk to each other to actually talk. So for example, I have set up when I send out a quote to someone and they click yes, it literally sets off a chain reaction of steps that I never have to touch. It is life-changing. Again, Zapier.com, if you've never heard of it, and if you like it and you want to talk to me about it, I love that site, so I'm willing to help anyone get set up on it. Get a handle on your money because, as we all know, time is money. So the less time you spend managing your finances, the more time you have to go out and make more money and make more sales. That's what we're all in business to do. Tip number 3, the dreaded word, taxes. We have to talk about taxes, right? Make sure you pay your taxes because you can get in a lot of trouble. That was a quote from Richard Nixon, so we don't want that to happen. First one is pay your estimated quarterly taxes. So if you're already in the habit of making your estimated quarterly taxes, great. If you're not, get into the habit. And here's why. It's not just because you owe the IRS, which is important, but a lot of people get in trouble because they're not making those estimated taxes throughout the year. So when they file taxes at the end of the year and it calculates what you're owed, because you weren't making those estimated taxes, especially if it's a large amount that's owed, you get hit with penalties and interest. So that's a lot of times what gets you in trouble. So you have a $1,000 tax bill that turns into $2,500 because of all the penalties and interest. So if you can get into the habit, another trick will be every time you make a sale, look at your revenue for the month and take out 15%, 20%, whatever your tax rate is, and put it aside so that you already have it out of there, out of sight, out of mind. And when it's time to pay those taxes, the money is ready to go and you don't have to worry about trying to find it. Also, remit sales taxes. If you have a business that you're collecting sales taxes from your customers, make sure you're paying them to the state of North Carolina. Another thing that gets people in a lot of trouble is not remitting what they call trust taxes. So that'd be payroll and sales and use taxes to the state. They will come after you really, really hard. And Department of Revenue audit is not something that you're ever going to have to go through. Also, find a tax planner. So we talk about, I'm not a tax firm, and I partner with tax preparers, but you want to find someone who can do more than just prepare your taxes, especially if you're a business owner and you're starting to make some money and you're having an increase in how much you're starting to owe. Find someone that can help you work throughout the year to minimize your tax liabilities. Because if you wait until 2021, April 15, 2021, it's too late to do anything about 2020. You just have to pay what you have to pay. But if you work with someone now, you're actually able to start figuring out ways to mitigate some of those tax liabilities and you can actually save some money. Tip number 4, set some goals. I don't know about you, but for me, when I have this thing out there that I'm kind of excited about, it makes me work harder. So for example, we're going on vacation next month. The first vacation, yeah, the first vacation of COVID. So we're going to this little tiny house in the mountains. I'm really, really excited. But having that goal and understanding I needed to pay for this goal helps me to be a little bit more focused. Figure out what goals you want to accomplish by the end of the year, and then break that down. So I'm actually going to take this off for 1 second. I want to show you something. This was not planned. This was actually ad-lib. So I don't know, can you all see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little goal board that I created for myself. And if you see on the screen where it says The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran, it's a book. And basically what this book does, it helps you to break down your year into 4 mini years. So instead of looking at each quarter as just a quarter, as a part of this bigger overall goal, each quarter becomes its own mini goal. So let me make that even clearer. You know how when you have 11 months to write a report for school, you wait until the 10th month at the 30th day to get it done? So whenever you have this goal that's so far out, it takes you forever. You know you have time, so you just wait. Or if I want to lose 20 pounds this year, I'll wait until October to start exercising in hopes to lose 20 pounds between October and December. I know I'm not the only person who does that. So this helps you to say, okay, so from January to March, that's a year in your mind, and what goal can I accomplish in that time? It's a lot smaller, and you look each week, what do I need to do each week to get to that goal? So if you haven't ever heard of this book, definitely take a look. 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. So when I say create goals, I like to say, what life do you want to create? So for me, I want to be able to work remotely. I want to be able to travel with my husband, and I don't want to be tied down to a desk 24/7. So it's important, how can I create my business to get to the lifestyle that I actually want to create for myself? And tip number 5, build your team. Probably have heard me say this before, but it is important that you have quite a few members on your team. So I'm going to start listing them. You have to need an accountant or bookkeeper, a tax expert, an attorney, an insurance agent, a financial planner, a business coach if you feel like you need that, a virtual assistant if you don't want to actually have someone in an office with you, and accountability partner. These are all people that you could kind of bring around you to help build your business the way you want it. So it's not easy for all of us to just go out and hire a whole team, but you can partner yourself with other professionals that can provide services. So everyone on that list that I just named, you actually don't have to hire them as an employee. If they're an independent contractor, they already set their own business to support you, like your chaos coordinator. She could do things for you without you ever having to hire her as an employee, but you work with her and partner with her to make sure that your business is taken care of. Build your team. It is so, so important, because no CEO can do it all alone. And we are all CEOs. Basically, a CEO is the highest ranking person in an organization that makes all the decisions. Sounds exactly like what small business owners do every day. So I like to say that we are all CEOs, at least small business CEOs. We need to actually start acting like it. So I'm going to do a recap of those tips. Number 1 was to clean up your books. Number 2, automate, automate, automate. Number 3, pay taxes. Number 4, set some goals. And number 5, build a team around you to support your growth. And then my question to you is, out of all 5 of those tips, which one can you implement right away? If you try to do all 5 right now, like anything else, it's going to be too much. Just pick one of those tips and try to implement it this week and see if it makes a difference in your business. Do we have any questions? And then after the questions and answer, I have a little extra something for you.
Carleen?
Yes.
This is Wendy. You talked about your building your team and hiring people to do certain things for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you can write off as a business expense?
Yes, any kind of business, anything that you're using to run your business is a business expense. So when I hire Wendy to help me with my organization, my standard operating procedures, that's for the business. It's a business expense. If I consult with an attorney, which I recently did, on shoring up my terms and agreements, that was a business expense. I recently had an HR professional work on my employee manual, a business expense. If you hire a virtual assistant who is doing social media for you, business expense. So these are all expenses you need to run your business. If you were a large corporation, you would have a department to do each of those things, but you don't. So you just have them invoice you, pay the invoices, and you're covered.
Carleen, on the same subject, if you hire them to do the service, do you need to get a 1099 from them?
So yes, according to the IRS, if you pay any individual or company more than $600 in a calendar year, you need to issue them a 1099. So you want to get a W-9 from them. So you give them a 1099 at the end of the year, or we can give next year, but you get from them a form W-9. And then, so that's usually if you're paying by check or cash. Most of us are doing things with credit cards now. So when I pay an invoice with my credit card, it's totally different because credit card companies, they handle that part yourselves. It's really when you're writing a check to someone, is when you're using your bank account as just actual like an ACH debit, then you're responsible for making sure you track that $600 for the year. But here's another tip: don't wait until you hit that $600 mark to ask for the W-9. Just get into the habit of, you work with a new vendor, just get the W-9 up front so you have it just in case you ever get to that $600 point.
And if you know you're not going to get to 600, can you still write it off?
Oh yeah, you can write it off. It's just that you, as the person who paid them, have a responsibility to issue that 1099 if you hit that $600 threshold. So you can always write it off. It's just whether or not you have an additional responsibilities when you hit the $600.
What do you do if you're bartering and no money takes place?
Yeah, that's a little bit different, and that's a little bit beyond my scope, so I will have to do some research. I have not dealt with a lot of bartering, so I cannot answer that, but I will be happy to look it up and give you some information later. Is that Linda?
Yes.
Sounded like Linda's voice. Okay. So pop me an email, Linda. Yeah, but seriously, Linda, pop me an email, and then I will be happy to at least look it up for you.
Okay.
What about Legal Shield?
So if you as a business owner purchase Legal Shield for your business, then that's a business expense. If you as Wendy purchase Business Shield for your personal self, then that's not.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if we have any other questions, but just like I did in my last presentation, I have a contest. And so Linda's going to actually enter this time. So I want to make sure that I'm here to support other small business owners, and a lot of people they don't have the money yet to kind of invest and talk to you, a person to help them with their finances. So I'm offering a free training session bundle. Basically 2 training sessions, which is $75 an hour is what I charge for training. So it's $150 value. 1 month of email support. So once we've kind of did the 2 training sessions and you're starting to do whatever it is that we talked about, and you have questions, I'll be there to kind of hold your hand through it. And that's a total of $225 value. Easy to enter. Send me an email. Can't get any simpler than that. Subject: 1099 Ladies Networking Contest. So here's my email, Carleen at c2-acctg.com. Make sure the subject says 1099 Ladies Networking Contest. And then just tell me a little bit about your business and why you think you need training support. And this is a quick contest tomorrow. So it's almost 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock tomorrow is when I'll cut it off. And whoever enters at that point, I'll just do a random thing on the computer where it just juggles the names and whatever pops up, that's the winner. And I'll let the winner know. And that's all I have for you ladies today.
Are there any other questions? We're getting a wicked feedback in the room here, so we're not sure what that's all about.
Yeah, we've been doing that before.
Because Linda has her mic on.
Are you on? Yeah.
No, I have my mic on.
It's showing Wendy and Linda's mic is on.
Oh, hold on a second.
It's Wendy's fault.
Where am I at?
She's making chaos today instead of coordinating it.
There we go.
Going to mute.
Oh, thank you.
Yay! And she fixed it. Okay.
I'm trying to get all of our stuff into the chat.
Oh, I see.
Thank you, Carleen. That was great information.
I appreciate that. I'm glad it was helpful. And feel free to ever just, if you have questions, I don't mind answering. Feel free to just drop me an email. But hopefully anyone who has, who either doesn't have a system in place or they have an accounting system but they're just not really sure what to do with it, feel free to enter the contest. It doesn't hurt you, and it's never too soon or too late to kind of take control of your finances.
Thank you, Carleen.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, we finished really early today, so let's open it up for some kudos and acknowledgements and go from there.
I have one. Yes, I have one. A shout out to Hope, and thank you for the referral on the Networking Women of the Triangle post from last night. I appreciate that.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Appreciate your support.
While I'm saying you're welcome, I'm going to just take over if I can for a second and say thank you to Wendy. Peter reached out to me, and we are set to meet tomorrow to see if we're a good fit for each other.
Awesome. I hope you can help him and his son out.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I want to give a shout out to Linda because she's connected me with another person for a headshot. So yeah, well, hopefully it's gonna work out. I have her on my calendar for October. I forget what the date is, but it's on my calendar. So
Oh, that's great. Debbie, that's just a baby brisket.
It's just the flat part of the brisket. So yes, it is a baby brisket. It's the flat, it's not the point. So it's perfect for 4 people.
All right.
I have a thank you to Nicole. She connected me with her friend Becky, and we've talked once, but she's going on vacation. She's going to give me a call when she gets back in town. And we immediately clicked. We were laughing so hard on that phone call. So I look forward to working with her.
I have a little business announcement for Kitchen Capers. Since I'm kind of launching my business, I have 20% off right now for the next couple clients. So 20% off organizing services. And also think about, I have a gift certificate up on my website. So if you want to give any of your clients a gift to say thank you, you can do that too.
Yeah, we need to
So
it's funny that
I actually had a dream last night with the 2 of you were in it. In my dream, I bought an RV, and I said, Heidi, what clothes can I bring with me because I have much smaller space? And I was like, this is a tiny kitchen.
Oh,
That would be a challenge.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
That's
you
about
actually
it.
had a rack on the ceiling, you were hanging things. So funny. And Heidi's like, maybe we can put some clothes in the oven. I'm like,
I would never say that.
There it goes.
Yeah. I'm still running my special for September for my wardrobing business. $50 off a closet and $5 off my hourly rate. You do not have to hold that appointment in September. You just have to book it by October 1st. So if you want to do it later in October or early November, that's fine. But as long as you book it and get your deposit in by October 1st, then you get the deal. I was going to say something else.
While you're thinking, I will just mention that I am offering a personal special for Damsel that we are celebrating this month. We are celebrating Damsel's 9th birthday. So I am offering 9% off any stun device. Me. I wanted to stun you all.
You did it. I thought Nicole and I just peed ourselves.
Any stun device you can get, but you have to order it directly through me, not through my website, to get 9% off.
And there's nobody here that was touched by that thing. It's
That's
just
how to use it as a deterrent,
yeah.
to get Creepy Joe going the opposite direction.
Well, I think the key thing is that you have a solution. If you find yourself in a bad situation, you have something that you can do, as opposed to nothing, which is 10 times worse, 100 times worse. 1,000 times worse. Think about it.
You know numbers too, so.
Yeah, something. And then this thing has a really cool thing. It has a, if the bracelet comes out, like if this person takes it away from you because you put this on your wrist, he can't, it's just a flashlight now. He can't use it on you because you need this thing to make it work. So that's also kind of cool too, because a lot of times I know in New York, everyone had guns. I'm like, yeah, if somebody takes the gun away from you, they're going to shoot you.
Exactly.
And
They
then
had
they're
her
a
weapon,
witness,
same
so
with
now
that
they have a
knife.
new free gun.
Yeah, exactly.
So this thing kind of answers that problem. Not that anybody behaves like that here, but still, it's a thing in my head.
Always a
So,
potential.
yeah, so it's nice. And you don't need to go to training. It's pretty easy. Point
Be good
press.
for when you travel too, you know, when you do go to New York or wherever by yourself or.
Just know that
It
it can't go in your carry-on, it has to go in your check.
Exactly, and there are certain states where stun devices are restricted, so check with me first before you travel.
What about New York?
New York just approved stun devices within the last 6 months.
Oh, that's
But-
amazing.
The tactical pen does get through TSA.
It does.
Yep.
It does.
And I have a shout out for Miss Tina Owen because of that. I actually got damsel stuff from my mom for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
So, if you don't know, my mom works at Duke University. So going in the middle of Durham in the parking lot is of great concern. She's actually had her tires slashed before. So, thank you for keeping my mom safe.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
That's right.
I remember what I was gonna say. I have a page on Facebook called Fashionista on a Dime, where it's basically becoming an online consignment shop. I have 2 live sales up right now, one for LuLaRoe and one from a boutique that is based out of Smithfield. So if you haven't joined that page, please do. Lots of good deals to be had there. And then since I did just sign up with Color Street, I have my launch party open right now. And I will post links to both of those in the Apex page.
Yeah, and I got the skirt that I'm wearing at one of her fashion
From the Friday.
Laying in bed, I didn't even have to leave the house to go shopping. It was super comfortable.
So I want to give a shout out to Jenny on this call. She is working on a logo for me. I have C2 accounting, but I want to kind of brand Carleen Lamay as well. And she sent me this questionnaire. And it was asking all about like, what your brand is, why, what does it represent? And it took me a while to work on it, so I appreciate her patience, but it really made me think about why I was starting CarleenLamay.com as its own thing. And it helped me to cement like what I was trying to do. So if you need a new logo and you just want to also understand your brand better, I think Jenny's a great person to speak with. So I just wanted to give her a shout out today.
Thank you, Carleen.
Well, I mean, I can give a shout out to Jenny too, because she's going to be doing a video for the 1099 ladies. So that we can maybe drive more traffic here, meet more cool ladies. And I'm super excited to embark upon that. I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah. And thank you to Carleen. She's my very first customer to do my graphic design services and logo.
Oh, nice.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too.
No pressure, Jenny, no pressure.
I received an email from a company that does the pop-up markets. So if there's any vendors who are looking to do some stuff over October, I believe there's one October 24th in Apex. They're going to be doing one. And then there's also Pittsburgh. And I can forward that email if you guys just put in the chat who wants that email. I will send it and forward it to you.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. What a surprise.
And next week, we're actually going to have Barnsley, Dr. Barnsley Brown going to be presenting for us creative ways to market your business during COVID-19. So I just wanted to let you know, she's been on a few times, and we're going to have her present to us.
Great.
Yeah, giving you ways to soar personally and professionally.
Should be good.
I will say that next week I'm actually going to be virtual. So,
God willing, I will have a computer that works.
I'm probably going to end up just giving this one when
I mean, it's just getting crazy. I keep coming here with new computers and new devices, nothing works. It's like,
So, yeah, so Linda's going to be here in the room. I will be virtual and we'll make it work.
oh yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Would it be nice if I had a computer to work though?
So, anybody else have anything else to share?
Nope, just make sure those who are interested enter the contest before tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Carleen, I've already emailed you.
And I just let ladies know, I do have my t-shirts for sale. Today I have the tan on.
Oh, very
So,
nice.
I was like, what color am I going to wear? I decided to wear the tans, but they're very soft compared to most t-shirts. Oh my God, these are pajama soft. That's how comfortable they are. So,
You know, you can't wear them all because then people won't want to buy them if you wore them already.
you can order them on the website. I had to get all the colors to show everybody.
Oh,
They look funny in the store on the page. I just was like, because there was a guy wearing them. I was like, should have had a female. It would have looked better.
yeah. I thought you were selling them out of your house, like mailing them from your house.
Nope, I don't want that responsibility. Nope. Too much.
Oh, because I wanted to get one that was signed by the photographer.
You can buy one. I can come and sign it.
Okay, sounds like a good deal. Carleen, maybe when you get your new logo, you can put it on shirts too.
All right, well, now any more responsibility for Jenny. It has to be t-shirt ready, so.
Jenny's gonna be crying by the end of this.
I know.
When I create a logo, I make sure that you can use it to a billboard to something very
Nice.
small.
Okay, awesome. Even better.
Great.
I'm excited. So I'll probably be having her do C2 accounting as well, but I just wanted to get Carleen Lamay done first.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're like a consultant and an educator. You should separate out that aspect of your business. That's different than the actual accounting.
I'm trying to put everybody who's in
And
the
then
room
Trish
in
Holden,
the
I'd like to do a one-on-one with you at some
Yeah.
point, so I can have a better understanding of how your barter system works.
Absolutely. My contact information is in the chat. Save the chat and reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you.
Yeah, I'm on it. Expect something.
Great. Thank you.
And Trish, what week are you presenting? October 21st, is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
I can't wait that long.
Don't wait. Reach out to me today. That's great.
I do want to say thank you to Linda and to 99 Ladies for giving me an opportunity to create a video.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. I feel it's good because I'm going to use it a lot, and then that'll help you as much as it'll help us. I always feel like a good business deal is when all the parties benefit, right?
Oh yeah.
It'll be on LinkedIn once a week or like forever.
I just wanted to say goodbye and thank you, ladies. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Listen, bon appetit.
Thank you.
Travel safe.
I'm going to go ahead and shut off the recording because maybe some people are hesitant to say something.